because I love Jesse, and Jean is my daughter, Jesse's my son. And I wanted them to be happy together. I wanted them to not just be happy together, but live in harmony together. And so I wanted to say to them today, because she's going into a new phase. We had an accident out here the other day, and we went out and surveyed and helped the people that was in this terrible accident. And when we came back in, I asked them what took place. We're not cognizant and conscious enough to know what takes place. We're so used to acting, responding. I said, we were the first responders for that accident. And we determined what the outcome it was going to be. See? We went out there and we brought peace out there so that these gangbangers would not start shooting. I didn't want to duck. I didn't want to duck. I didn't want to do any of those things that people do. So I said, well, let's go out and spread some peace, some clarity that this is just a car, and if this is just a car and it's torn up, it's capable of being raggedy then. Wait on you the next one. Another one coming that's going to be even grander than the one you're in now. See, that's what you've just been putting up with. And sometimes we don't have the power, we're not courageous enough to get rid of a hoopty. So we hang on to it until it gets completely torn up. Isn't that terrible? Rather than passing it on to somebody who needs a hoopty and getting you another one. Yeah, there are people who love hoopties. I had one of my sons, if he bought a guitar, if he bought a good one, he'd tear it up. He had to have a hoopty. And so he'd buy good cars and drive them through alleys and drive them off the curbs and stuff and just tear them up. And the raggedier it got, the better he enjoyed them. He bought a Rolls Royce and tore that sucker completely up. And the raggedier it got, the better he drove it. Because when it got raggedy, he wasn't scared to take it anywhere. Wow. He was driving through the alleys of South Central and over there behind the airport and stuff with the streets blocked off. You know, all through there driving. He wasn't worried about shooting it up. He wasn't worried about anybody stealing it or removing the tires. Some of us are like that. I was looking in St. Matthew today, 5th chapter, starting around the 14th verse. We gotta know who we are. Is there a gun anywhere in the house? Good. I'm not gonna be with you long because you've had the best of it now, and I don't want to bore you. You know what folks do when they get an audience, they get, you know what I'm talking about. They will bore you crazy, honey. The best has happened, it's all over, and they will just keep you lingering and lingering and lingering. You were saying, you really need to shut it down, darling, and go home yourself. You go home. That's it. Somebody back there knows the story. Over in the 5th chapter of St. Matthew, starting at the 13th verse, it talks about who you are. See, because you can't do more than you know. How many healers do we have in the house? Are there any healers? You better raise your hand. You know you're healing something. You're healing something, darling. Raise your hands. See, Al Green knows you better than you know you. He said to you, how can you mend? She found somebody who had patience. And he ain't hard on my side either. You know, patience is one thing. I was telling him this morning that I was going in for surgery, and I told the Lord, I said, don't let me have, bring me a pretty nurse, bring me somebody, if it's going to be the last thing I see when I go out, if it's going to be the last thing I see when I go out under anesthesia, there'll be something I can see when I wake up. Because guess what? I'm going into surgery. I don't know if I'll come out. I need somebody who can usher me in. That's real. You sent me somebody really sweet and lovely and comforting and caring, and I held their hand as they were saying, just count to 10. I don't think I got to 10. They were so lovely, I just fell in. And when I came out, they were still holding my hand. I thought, praise the Lord. It's an angel. They're working together, and I'm finished. We're going to do something else. We're finished. I just want you to have the gist of it. See, the gist of it, sometimes we use these preachers just pounding and pounding and pounding and pounding and pounding the word. You don't get it because you're not made out of concrete. Our hearts are palatable and soft and sweet, and we need the word to be palatable, soft and sweet, so it can penetrate in. It can massage as it goes all the way in to the very core of our being. I want Jean and Jesse to come this time. Are they fabulous together?
Yes, yes.
I tell play haters, don't be a play hater. He got one for you, just not this one. He got one for you, but not this one. Praise the Lord. She's taking him back with her when she go. When she go to see the father, she go take him back. If he's ready to go or not, she gonna come back and get him. I want you here all by yourself. I want you here all by yourself. I'm coming to get you. So don't get comfortable. Don't spend the money on a new car because you're gonna drive it. That's what love does. Love don't let you just stay alone. I'm gonna come back for you. Let me have order. How many ministers we have in the house? The ministers. I know you're not going to pay, but I'm not going to ask you to preach a sermon. You're not going to ask you to preach no sermon. I'll point who you are. You know, I give you an opportunity to speak, and then I speak for you. Those who I want. You three go right back up there. Give the Lord some praise. Woo. Give the Lord some praise. This priest.
Yes.
Prophet and the prophet. Give the Lord praise in the house. they have a lot of work to do. This is just to get, they've been working forever, okay? And they've studied to show themselves approved already. It's not about having everything in place. It's about what you have in place, you know where to get it. See? Like a house, you got more stuff in it than you're buying the same stuff over again because you don't know what you have. You have not done inventory of what you have. They can use what they have to get what they want.
I'm really grateful. I surprised a lot of people when I said, oh, I'm being ordained. And because I know it took a lot of folks off guard because you're used to seeing me in feathers. So, you know, it's showbiz, but I know everything that I look at my life, my spiritual journey, and everything has led up to this point where I said yes. And I'm just grateful more than anything to have been called, because I made the decision, yes, but it wasn't without a calling first.
Yes.
And so I accepted because God has been so good to me. And He's revealed so much to me about so many things. And my sisters here who have supported me, and we support each other, and you know, in class, and also, you know, just in knowing studying more of the Orishas and the ancestors and knowing how they work in everybody's lives. It's been amazing. And God just continues to reveal these things. It's like an onion. Just it's constantly like an onion. I'm peeling back the skin, peeling back the skin. And so I'm here. I mean, I said to the Lord, I said, I am your servant. And I am here to work, to do the work. And so I still be Jean, but when the work is being called and I have to do it, it's my commitment to do it, and it's a commitment.
Ashe.
Ashe. And I'm truly just honored and grateful for Doc and for all of our ministers, Shaggy, Reverend Edmund, Mother Evans, and Larry, and I'm just honored. So this is going to be an exciting year for me and for the rest of my life. So, and I think I thank all my friends and family that have come here, that have come all the way from Florida and Santa Barbara and San Diego, and you know, these are my cousins.
Praise the Lord.
Okay, these are my cousins. That's my sister-in-law right there.
Praise the Lord. Okay, sister-in-law.
Yes. So anyway, God bless you all. And thank you so much for coming. It really means a lot, especially you, because I know we've been through the last. Love you.
Praise